is up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to today's stream. Hopefully you guys can see me. Yesterday I was having issues with my screen. Let me know if you all can see me because I don't know, my stream yesterday was weird. Like my camera was off, but it wasn't. It was turned on. But for some reason you guys couldn't see me. So hopefully it's all good. Okay, yes, I see that it's working. All right, here we go. We're going to talk some Scream 7, as always, some Scream theories, whatever we want to get into. So if you have any theories or anything that you want to discuss, start dropping them in the chat and I'll get to them in just a moment. Hey, RJ. Did you check out the Final Destination Bloodlines trailer? Yes, I did. It looks really good. I am pretty excited for it. I was saying how I have to rewatch the first 5 though. It's been so long and honestly I don't really remember everything that happens in all of the movies because I'm not like obsessed with those movies the way I am with Scream. So definitely gonna have to do a rewatch. We have layoffs and liquidations in the chat. Welcome to the stream. Hey, Tristan. Hey, Isaac. Hey, Danny. I am doing well. Thank you. I hope you are too. Son of Geezer Gozer. Welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for subscribing. And yes, Stu is definitely alive. Hey, Antonio. Yeah, I got Stu behind me. Had to do it. Hey, Nero. I haven't seen it yet. I'll check it after the stream. Hey, movie nerd. Hey, Ray. What is up? Hey, Harvey. Hey, Dusty. I'm good. Thank you. We have a super chat from Zork. Thank you, Zork. Thank you for moderating, as always. Fun fact, Neve Campbell has stated in a Scream 5 interview that Rowan Bridger is her favorite Ghostface reveal. Interesting. I've never seen that before. You know, his reveal to me is like not one of the best. I've said it before in the streams, like for me, it just doesn't have that much of an impact because Sydney and Roman have 0 scenes together before the reveal. So when he reveals himself, she's literally like, who are you? You know, they should have at least had 1 scene together. That's what kills me. It could have been really good if they had kind of gotten friendly, and it would have been a bigger betrayal, you know? Like to find out that this guy that she befriended is actually her half brother and trying to kill her, that would have been way better. Thank you, Zork, for your super chat. How do you feel about Mason Thames and Gatton Matarazzo playing Sydney's sons? I don't know who Mason is. Maybe I would recognize him. I just don't recognize the name. I mean, Gatton, if I'm saying that right, I like him in Stranger Things. I'm trying to look up the other guy. Oh, that's the kid from the Black Phone. I mean, that would probably be good, but I think she has just daughters. I have a lot of theories, but they're too long for YouTube chat. Hope we can join the rewatch of Final Destination. I have been thinking about it if I'm going to do watch parties on the channel. Not gonna lie, I feel like Charlie is alive. There was a time where I thought that. I have Charlie is alive theories on the channel. Those were some of the first ever videos that I put out on my channel 2 years ago. Um, there was a time I thought he could be alive, but I just don't think so anymore, unfortunately. Um, I wish. I love Charlie. How exactly did Bailey switch Quinn's body? They must have had a body like immediately on site. I don't know. That's definitely one of the more like far-fetched things from in Scream 6. I don't know. I guess sometimes we just have to suspend disbelief. Do you think there's any chance of a Roman extension? His character was superhuman, right? Who opened the door at the end of Scream 3? um, I don't know. That's a good question. Why was the door opened at the end of Scream 3? Why do you think Stab pointed out it had time travel? What known characters would want to go back to change something from their past? I don't know. I think it was just something goofy, to show that the franchise has completely gone off the rails. Who would win in a fight, Dewey in his prime or Scary Movie 1 Ghostface? Hmm. I would like to think that Dewey would win. I'm biased, but for me, Stu and Billy is the best reveal. I liked Mickey and Nancy as well. Billy and Stu, definitely the best. Like, nothing is ever going to top it. Jill came close. Jill's a good reveal. After Billy and Stu, Jill's my favorite reveal, for sure. Um, Nothing's ever going to top the original. Sydney's back and forth with Roman after the reveal was awesome. Gotta love Sid calling her brother out on his BS and him flipping out. That is a good scene. I will give him that. It's just the actual reveal is like my issue. Hey, Ghostface. Imagine Stu having a wife and child of his own right now in Scream 7. Imagine? I mean, I've had this theory that like he is with Christina Carpenter. They are a couple. And I also had a theory that Tara is their kid. I know that sounds crazy if like this is the first time you're hearing me say it. Um, but I think in my theory video for it, it makes a lot of sense. Tara being Stu's daughter. Because she's not going to be in the movie, I doubt they'll do it. But if anyone is curious about that, check out my Tara Carpenter theory video. I think I point out a lot of good clues for it. A man walking past Tara and Sam during the bodega scene looked like Charlie. That's why I think Charlie is alive. Yeah, I'm with you. That's what sold me in the first place. There was no theory in my mind that Charlie was alive before seeing that man in Scream 6 who does look a lot like Charlie, and I built my theories off of that. But then I'm pretty sure it's been debunked. I think it was Craven Something Scary actually who the theory was catching on, so he decided to like do some investigation, and he took a screenshot of the man in the movie and raised the brightness on it, and you can kind of see that it's not actually Charlie. So that's pretty much why I no longer think Charlie's alive. Also, because Rory Culkin has said that he feels he's done with the franchise and he wouldn't want to return. So, yesterday you told me about your reaction to your January 30th live stream called Mayhem, and I gotta say, I enjoyed your reaction. Yeah, it was crazy finding out that Stu was gonna be in Scream 7 while I was on live stream. Like, that's insane. Literally now, every single time I go on a live stream, I just expect some crazy news to happen. I just thought it's possible there was two killers in Scream 3, Angelina and obviously Roman, but Roman killed Angelina because she was a loose cannon and also got caught in the suit, so he got rid of her. I am kind of a fan of the Angelina theory. I personally don't like Angelina in general. Like, as a character, I think she is annoying and I don't know, just very annoying. But I definitely think Roman had a partner. Like, there's no way he could have done it alone. The way that a lot of those scenes are shot, um, there's two killers, like, So I don't know. Maybe it was Angelina. Maybe in Scream 7 they'll reveal that Stu was his partner. What's your thoughts on Jimmy Smits returning in Dexter Resurrection? I'm super pumped. I put a video out a few hours ago about it. Um, I think it's cool. Every single announcement that keeps coming out for Dexter just gets me more and more hype. Like, this show is going to be so good. I personally love when characters return. Like, I want to see characters from the original. Bailey would have to carry a dead body up a few flights of stairs to replace Quinn. Yeah, they should have filmed like a bonus scene to show us how he did it. That's something that the franchise never does. Like, they should show us some flashback scenes to show us how they do certain things. I was watching Scream 3 earlier, and I definitely think Angelina is the second killer. I think she's the one who killed Sarah, Tom, and Jennifer. Could be. Definitely a possibility. Do you think Carter is still alive from Final Destination? I gotta be honest, I can't even remember who that is and what happened. Like I was saying earlier, like, I've seen all the movies, but it's been so long since I've seen them. I haven't seen them a million times the way I have with Scream, so I just don't know enough about the movies, honestly. Um, that's why I didn't do like a trailer breakdown or a reaction or anything, because I just don't. I should have rewatched all of them before the trailer dropped so that I could have done a video on it, but I just don't even remember much about it. We have a super chat from Silver Princess. Thank you. You said, I am predicting Anna Camp and Joel McHale will be the killers. Tatum, her boyfriend, and McKenna Grace's character will be the new trio. I definitely can see Anna Camp's character being a Ghostface. I think she is. I think she's secretly Leslie Macher and she's, working with Stu or whatever. Joel McHale, I don't think he'll be a Ghostface. I obviously don't know, but like, would they do that? Would they make Sydney's husband a killer? That would be pretty dark. It would be shocking. I will admit that. Um, Tatum, her boyfriend, and McKenna Grace's character will be the new trio. I feel like McKenna Grace is going to die. I hope it's an iconic death. I don't want her to. I kind of want her to survive to go into the next movie because out of everyone who was announced, I'm kind of most excited about McKenna Grace. But we shall see. Thank you, Silver Princess, for your super chat. Let's see here. And in the Scream 5 opening scene, the killer says his name is Charlie a couple times. This is true. I'm pretty sure I mentioned that in my Charlie is Alive theory videos. Tom said, I got a real love-hate thing going on for Scream 6. Opening act is phenomenal, probably my third favorite outside of 1 and 2, but the third act, end of my list with Roman crying about his mom. Yeah, the third act in Scream 6, not the best. It's probably my least favorite. There are some good things about it. I love the setting. You know, all the fighting and stuff is good, but like the actual reveal is not great. What do you think Sam would have done with the mask if Tara didn't snap her out of it at the end of Scream 6? Ooh, she probably would have kept it. I don't know. Maybe she would have kept it. Do you think Mickey is alive? I do not. I know a lot of people do. Is it possible? Technically, yes, because he wasn't shot in the head, but I don't think there's any reason to bring him back. If Stu does return, what do you think he's been doing in the last 30 years? Obsessing over creating the cult to strike at the right time, starting his own family, or just chilling? I would like to think that he has been working in the shadows this whole time. Like, what if he's been behind all of the attacks in every single sequel? I did just put a video out about this maybe like a month ago at this point. I think it was called What Has Stu Been Doing for the Past 30 Years? That is a lot of people's biggest issue when it comes to Stu. Like, why has he waited 30 years? You know, but like, what if he was here the whole time? What if he wasn't just sitting around doing nothing, but he was here, like orchestrating all of the attacks, and he just didn't reveal himself yet? It's a possibility. Hey, because movies. Yeah, I am super pumped for Scream 7. I gotta do some Scream 7 videos soon. It's been a while. But I've just been like obsessed with Yellow Jackets lately and Dexter because there's been so much news about Dexter and new episodes of Yellow Jackets. So Scream 7, there's like not that much going on right now. We don't have any more info really. Um, you know, I've done so many theories in the past, so I do have to do some Scream videos. But that's why I come on here and do the live streams at least, so we can still talk about Scream 7. Imagine Mickey and Stu as a duo. I feel like they're pretty similar. Um, yeah, I feel like they would be a funny duo. Stu is a horrible father if he is Tara's dad. Look at what he's allowed her to go through. I mean, yeah, he's a psychopath. He is a killer. I have a bit of a theory that Dewey and Stu being in Scream 7 could be a flashback to Dewey's death in 5, with it being Stu that killed Dewey, but they would have to bring Richie in for the flashback. I am right there with you, Matthew. That is exactly what I'm thinking. We're going to get a flashback to find out Stu's the one who killed Dewey, and I think a Richie flashback would work. You guys know I put out a video maybe 2 weeks ago about Jack Quaid. He was asked, "Are you returning for Scream 7?" And his answer was very interesting. He said, "I don't know yet." And then he said, "I'm going to keep my mouth shut on that one." So it's like, that tells me that there's at least been a conversation about a Richie flashback. And what reason could there be for a Richie flashback in Scream 7? You know, Sam's not in the movie. Richie had basically nothing to do with Sydney. Sydney found him boring, you know. Um, I don't think that Sydney cared about him enough to even be thinking about him anymore. So you guys know, I think Richie and Amber were in Stu's cult, and you know, this is all tying together. I have a hard time believing Stu is Tara's dad because of how brutally she was attacked in the opening scene in 5. Yeah, that's true. But like I said, he is a psychopath. He's a killer. Who knows how their minds work? What's your favorite songs about everything Scream song? Gotta go with Stu Macher is Alive. That is our anthem. I'm not sure Charlie coming back would be that necessary. Yeah, I feel like only if Kirby was in the movie would it have an impact, really. Hey, Michael, thank you. Yeah, yesterday, 2 days ago was my actual 2-year anniversary of the channel, and yesterday we did a celebratory stream. So just thank you again to everyone for being here for the past 2 years. I appreciate you guys. I would not be able to talk about my favorite movies if it wasn't for literally all of you who are here right now. We have 50 people here right now. Thank you so much. If you could also all give the stream a like, I would appreciate that. It helps out the channel. And we are almost at 16K subscribers. That is insane. Like, I just hit 15K like a couple weeks ago. And we are well on our way to 16K. Yeah, I agree. You know, they might reveal that Stu was the second killer in Scream 3. And maybe that's why Roman is coming back. Maybe there's going to be a flashback. Do you think only Angelina or Christina knew that attacking Tara would make Sam come back to Woodsboro? Her mom couldn't get her to come home, but attacking Tara would. Only her mom would know that. Yeah, maybe. I mean, you guys know, I think Christina is a shady character. So, yeah, maybe she was involved. We have Tom throwing out $2 saying happy 2 years. Thank you so much, Tom. I appreciate you. Thank you for supporting the channel. I do feel like Angelina's character was an act since it felt performative. Do you think that if she was revealed, her whole persona would have been more composed and sinister? That's a good point. I would like to think it would be. Yeah, she was like, I don't know, very timid. You know what she reminds me of, honestly? A chihuahua. You know how chihuahuas are always just like shaking and nervous? Um, that's what she reminds me of. Like after the explosion, after Tom dies in the explosion, she reminds me of a chihuahua in that scene. Would you love to be in a Screen TV show? If I was an actress, yeah. Um, I am certainly not an actress. Do you think Christina planted the lie in the journal about Billy being her father to keep Sam from looking into her mom's past? trying to hide that she was the actress Angelina, like Maureen. No, I think Billy really is Sam's father, and I'm not a fan of this theory that Christina Carpenter is really Angelina. I don't think it doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Um, let's see here. I had a theory back when Scream 5 released that Sam was actually Sydney's daughter, but Sydney put Sam up for adoption before Scream 2 with Dewey's help, which is why Dewey helped Sam fight Ghostface. I have also heard that theory. I don't think so, though. Have you ever seen the movie Christie? I have not. It's about a girl hunted on an empty school campus during fall break. Very, very good. I think many of you would enjoy it. I'm gonna have to check it out. I love any horror movie that has like a fall setting, so I would probably like it. Imagine if you were Stu's accomplice in Scream 7. Who do you think would win in a fight? John Carver from Thanksgiving or Dexter? Because John used a tranquilizer gun and is fast. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Dexter. I feel like he's much more experienced. Imagine a Scream film with the Saw style. Oh my god, that would be insane. That would be so gory compared to what Scream typically is. That would be insane. Imagine like the opening scene is kind of like that, you know? So it's not like the whole movie, but just the opening scene is like gruesome. Angelina returning with Roman's son, getting revenge by targeting Sydney's family would be cool. So we could now have Sydney's niece and nephew be killers. Just need Mark 2.0 and one of her kid to join the cult. That would be crazy if Roman had a son. I suppose it's possible. I don't know. I feel like a lot of people don't really want the whole relative thing to happen again. Mickey was actually the scariest Ghostface in my opinion. It's pretty crazy. Imagine a Scream film with the Stu alive reveal done in Saw end of film recap style, where they show a build of the entire franchise leading to that point. Yeah, that would be cool. That's kind of what I am hoping for. I guess we'll see. What mask do you think Stu will be using? His original shattered mask or a brand new one? I hope that we see the aged mask again. I feel like if he is, behind some of the attacks throughout the whole movie, I feel like he won't be using the aged one right away because that might give him away. Um, so if anything, I'm hoping like, he'll use a brand new one in the beginning and then um at the end for the reveal, he's wearing the aged mask. We have Nero as a new channel member. Thank you so much, Nero. I appreciate you. Thank you for supporting the channel. If anyone else wants to become a channel member, the link is down below in the description. You'll get to use the fun scream emojis in the chat and get access to some videos that not everyone has access to. Thank you, Nero. Um, Confused about the filming wrapping up. Last week we were told only Sydney, Mark, and Tatum were filming. Then Matthew Lillard said he was filming last week. Makes you wonder what that might mean. Yeah, I don't know. First of all, like, everyone's saying that filming wrapped, then, Nev was still filming. None of that came from, like, actual official sources. So for all we know, like, I don't know, maybe filming got extended. Like, no one that works on the movie, at least that I know of, said that. Nev Campbell didn't say they wrapped. Kevin Williamson didn't say they wrapped. So who knows what is going on? They supposedly wrapped on the 12th. So if Matthew Lillard said he was filming last week, maybe that was just a figure of speech. Like, how sometimes you say the other day, but really you meant like 2 weeks ago? Maybe that's what he meant. I don't know. The Fall of the House of Usher. Watch that if you haven't. I started watching it. I watched like the first 2 episodes and I just never finished it. I remember it was pretty good. I do like I've seen all of Mike Flanagan's other shows and I always love them. Sometimes I'll start watching something and like get distracted, forget about it, and don't finish it, but I know I should finish it. Would you rather Sydney have sons than daughters? We need male leads in the franchise. It would be nice if she had, you know, a son and a daughter. Um, yeah, it would be nice to have some male leads. I mean, we got a lot of male characters in Seven. Sam Reckner, Asa Gurman, Joel McHale. Chad's coming back. We have Ethan Embry. Um, some other people. I hate little dogs, big dogs rule. I do like little dogs. I like all types of dogs. Who do you think is the worst attempt at a red herring in the franchise? Sid's dad, Frankie, etc. Hmm. I'm trying to think. Who did they make a red herring that I never really suspected? Um, I guess honestly, like Vince. I don't even know if they were trying to make him a red herring because he died so early on. They probably at first, like, when he's like arguing with Chad in the bar, maybe at that point they want you to think it's him. But then he just dies right away. I think he could have been a good red herring if they had him stick around for a while. Maxine was like Scream meets Saw. I liked Maxine a lot. Mickey is the only serial killer prior to meeting Mrs. Loomis and becoming Ghostface. Yeah, it would be cool to get like a prequel with Mickey. I want to see. I say this like almost every live stream, but um, they should do like a limited series, one season, about 13 episodes, so that we can get one episode per Ghostface or Ghostface duo, and have it be a prequel and see how each Ghostface, formulated their plan. Imagine if Stu survives Scream 7 too. I would love that. I want to see him carry over into Scream 8. Did you really not sleep for 3 days after the live stream that you found out Stu is back? I did sleep, just not enough. Like, it was really hard for me to get to sleep at night for 3 days. Like, I would be up late, like till 3, 4 in the morning. When typically, sometimes I go to sleep at like 12:30 in the morning. So 4 a.m. is late for me. I just could not turn my brain off. I could not relax. Like, I was just on Twitter and TikTok, like seeing what everyone was saying. So yeah, and then on top of going to sleep late, I would wake up early because I just couldn't sleep. Like, I had videos to make and stuff. So I didn't sleep much for 3 days. I really hope Scream 7 isn't New Nightmare storyline. I hope not as well. I don't think it is. I've said before, I feel like if it was, they would have had to be upfront about it from the jump. Like, because people are expecting a continuation of the storyline. So I would certainly be very disappointed if Scream 7 was a New Nightmare type of thing. I would love to see that one day, but not for Scream 7. The same Ghostface to fake her death is the same one who had Stu's mask. Do you think that's foreshadowing to Stu coming back? Yes, I do. I think it was a very intentional choice to do that. I've definitely talked about that in past videos. Scream 7 could be a Saw style with added violence, flashbacks, dead characters being alive, and de-aging the killer. Maybe not with a backwards baseball cap like they did with John Kramer. That's funny. I wonder what they'll do after Stu's permanent death. How will they keep the hype going for the upcoming Scream films? I feel like these movies don't need Stu to like do well. We've seen that with all of the sequels. Like, Stu's not in them, but people love them. And yeah, I think they'll always be popular as long as they keep making good movies. I do think if they kill off Stu, that's the end of Sydney's story and she can retire from killing ghost faces. I agree with you, Harvey. I feel like, Sydney and Stu coming face to face one more time is the perfect finale for this, for Sydney's story. I kind of agree with you. We have a super chat from Layoffs and Liquidations. $20. Thank you so much. Your direct responses and straightforward convo is what makes this channel rule. I combined rule with the woo. Thank you so much, Layoffs and Liquidations. I appreciate you. I appreciate the super chat. Yeah, I love talking about these movies with you guys. Like, I could literally do it all day. I wish I didn't have any other responsibilities in life so that I could just like stream for hours, but unfortunately life gets in the way. But yeah, I seriously enjoy coming on here and just chatting with all of you guys. It's so much fun. Thank you so much for your super chat and for supporting the channel. I appreciate you. Let me see where I was in the chat. Hey, Chris. To be honest, in the last Sydney film, Sydney and Stu should kill each other off. Yeah, honestly, I think if anyone's going to kill Sydney, it should be Stu. I don't think um she's gonna die though. I feel like Sydney's always going to survive. But if anyone was gonna do it, it should be Stu. I honestly thought the baby she was pushing in 5 was a boy and she had 2 older daughters. I would have liked that. I mean, we still don't know for sure how many kids she even has. We're all assuming 3, but they never really confirmed it. Maybe it's only 2. And I don't know. I guess we'll find out soon enough. How many weeks left till Scream 7? Can someone do a count and let us know in the chat how many more weeks? Let's see. Stu is alive and he's running a cult of ghost faces. Absolutely. Is Stu alive? You bet your ass he is. There is no doubt in my mind. Hey, Euro, if I am saying that correctly. Welcome to the stream. I'm watching It Follows, the 2015 horror movie. Nice. That's a good movie. I'm excited for the sequel. That is in the works. Is it called, am I correct that it's called They Follow? It's crazy. It's been 10 years since the first one. Who would win in a game of Wii Bowling from the cast of Scream 1? Obviously I have no idea, but my first thought was Tatum. I'm just gonna go with Tatum. They showed Vince die in the trailer. What a waste. Did they? It's been so long since I've seen the Scream 5 trailer. I don't even remember, but I know that like Scream 5 and 6's trailers gave away so much. Like, I hate that they do that. I really hope Scream 7 gives us as little as possible in the trailer, honestly. A part of me thinks that they will because just the fact that they've kept everything so under wraps lately, I feel like they're going to keep doing that when it comes to the marketing and everything. I feel like they're going to give us just a little bit. Let's see. If there is a Scream 8, I think it should end as a franchise and not carry on like other horror franchises, which could water down Wes Craven's original concept of the first Scream. Yeah, I wonder how many movies they're gonna make. um, like I've said, just as long as they keep making good movies. Once the quality of them starts to go down, then we should wrap it up for sure. You want to end on a high note. You don't want it to go on forever to the point where they get bad. That's kind of like with TV shows. Like, honestly, with TV shows, I feel like 5 seasons is the sweet spot. Shows that have like 8 seasons, 10 seasons, the later seasons tend to not be good. We have another super chat from Nero. You said, "Does anybody else think pop star Sabrina Carpenter could play Kirby Reed's sister?" Yes, absolutely. They do have similar looking faces. I I think she could. They would be believable sisters. I wonder if Kirby has any siblings. I mean, she's never mentioned them. Would she have any reason to mention a sibling? I don't know. I mean, we didn't even know that Stu had a sister. They just, created that later. So we got to get Sabrina Carpenter in a Scream movie. Thank you, Nero, for your super chat. Hey, welcome to the stream. 48 weeks until Scream 7. That doesn't sound so bad. Do you think Stu could make fetch happen? If anyone can make fetch happen, it's Stu. I thought the Kirby series that they're coming out with was gonna be setting up all of the Ghostface killing massacres throughout the years while dealing with Kirby's real life. Interesting. Yeah, I'm kind of bummed that Kirby is probably not in 7 because as an FBI agent who takes a special interest in Ghostface attacks, I wanted to see her hunting down Stu. I don't know, man. Missed opportunity there. Who would win, Chad or Dewey? I'm rooting towards Chad since he can survive Scream 5 and 6 with worse injuries. Yeah, probably Chad. They've both sustained and survived pretty bad injuries. But Chad definitely got it worse. And I mean, he's younger, so he probably can handle a lot more. I hope they're using Stu in flashbacks because Homeboy is dead. No way. He is alive. I think we're also going to get Stu in flashbacks, but throughout the movie, there's going to be some flashbacks sprinkled throughout to throw people off, and they're going to be thinking, oh man, that's all we're getting with Stu. But nope, at the end, he's going to turn out to be alive. Bye, Danny. Thank you so much for hanging out. How do you pick your tattoo shops to get your tattoo? Honestly, I don't know. It's honestly been years since I last got one. A lot of mine I got done downtown in New York City at St. Mark's Place just because that is where you go to get a tattoo in the city. Um, One of them, and then I've gotten a few of them when I used to always get one every place that I would go to on vacation. Um, and I guess I just Google shops and look at the reviews, and if the reviews are good, I would go there. They do look alike, Hayden and Sabrina. That would make me really mad if they spoiled some of it in the Scream 7 official trailer. Yeah, I hope they don't give away too much. They shouldn't have such different personalities after they reveal themselves. If Randy revealed himself, we'd want to see Randy as him being a ghost face, not just start acting crazy out of character. I am with you, Sebastian. That is something that I also kind of have an issue with. I like when the characters after the reveal are still kind of like themselves. Like Billy after the reveal is still Billy. He's still like his cool self. Stu, he was goofy throughout the whole movie before the reveal, and he remained goofy after the reveal. That's another reason why I like Charlie a lot. Charlie's in like my top 5 Ghostfaces. I know a lot of people don't like him, but I love Charlie, and that is one of the reasons. Like after the reveal, he still seems like himself. Um yeah, that's like one of my issues with Amber. Amber was like this boring character before the reveal, and then afterwards she's just like over the top. She has grown on me a lot, but that's the same thing with Ethan in Scream 6. Like I don't know. He's like this boring character and then over the top afterwards. It's weird. I feel like Stu killing off Kirby is a possibility. I mean, if anyone was going to kill Kirby, I would like for it to be Stu. What newer horror franchises do you think will carry horror forward, like Friday, Scream, and Halloween have done? Um, I don't know. I mean, Terrifier is like so popular. We only have one more movie with Terrifier coming out though. The fourth one is apparently going to be the last one. Um, but I feel like Terrifier is the one that has like made the biggest impact in recent years. Yeah, I was thinking that like Sabrina and Jenna are friends. So it would be cool to have them both in another Scream movie. How many weeks for Dexter Resurrection? I don't know. So it does come out in June, but we don't know when in June. We don't know if it's the beginning or the end of June. Um, so 2 to 3 weeks, depending on the release date for Dexter Resurrection. I heard they might move Scream 7 up to October, but I think that's just a rumor. Yeah, it's just a rumor at this point. I heard September of 2025. I don't think that's gonna happen. Um, because it has to be on the 30-year anniversary. So it has to be 2026. It can't be 25. How is Stu alive? Elaborate. I was just about to say I have like I have like 100 videos on this. Definitely go check out my Stu Macher playlist. I literally have like 70 videos on it. Um, yeah, I go into great detail in all of those videos. So you watching those videos will do you a like it'll be better to watch those than for me to just summarize it right now. Especially because I do think we're only gonna go for like a few more minutes here. Definitely after the stream, check out my Stu Macher playlist. Why didn't Tara and Amber show any emotion from the betrayal? Tara just shot her without even blinking. I don't know. Maybe she was just like numb to everything at that point. She had already been through so much at that point in the movie. Best way to make tattoos heal good? Um, Applying Aquaphor after, and just like don't scratch at it until it's healed, and apply Aquaphor. I thought Kirby had brothers. They never mention it in the movie. Yeah, Charlie is himself the whole time. One of the many reasons I love him. Hey, John. I remember thinking Joel the cameraman was a Ghostface when Gail and Dewey watched his tapes. Do you think that would have worked, or was Mickey the better option? I think Mickey was the better option just because I love Joel. He's so funny, and I just think he's too pure of a character. I wouldn't want to see him be a Ghostface. Hey, AJ. I think Sadie Sink would be an awesome addition to the Scream franchise. She would be. I agree with you. I am well, also. Thank you. I hope you are too. In the Scream 7 trailer, I hope they show flashbacks of Stu, not actual scenes of him. I agree. I feel like they can't reveal that he is alive. You know, a lot of people are thinking that because they revealed that he's coming back, that Matthew Lillard's in the movie, people some people are saying there's no way he's alive because they would have kept it a secret. But I shared my thoughts on that. You know, I think they knew that him filming would have been leaked, and that would have been so bad. That would have sucked. So they decided to get ahead of it themselves, announce his return, but without giving any details. And, you know, Scott Foley probably could have been kept a secret because it's a small role. He probably could have gotten in and out of set in a day. But they chose to announce Scott Foley strategically to confuse us because Roman Bridger is definitely dead. So people are assuming that Stu must also be dead. So yeah, I think even though we know Matthew Lillard is back, they still want to keep it a mystery of why. So I feel like they won't show that he's alive in the trailer. But I wonder if they're going to include him at all. Will they show flashbacks? Will we hear his voice? Maybe they'll do that. You know, maybe in the trailer, Sydney will pick up the phone and we'll hear Stu's voice. And, you know, some people are going to say, oh, Stu's alive. He's on the phone with Sydney. Some people are going to say, no, that's just like an AI voice, like the voice changer. And we'll still be left guessing and wondering until the day the movie comes out. Hey, Ramona, what do you make of Matthew Lillard's comment on coming back as a fairy godmother? Do you think that the cult could be the members of the drama club? Definitely a possibility. When I first heard him say that, I really didn't think anything of it. I know a lot of people are thinking that it could have to do with the drama club. And I feel like it's just a coincidence that he happened to say that, which is funny for me to say because I tend to find meaning in everything. But I don't know, like maybe he was teasing it. It's definitely possible. Would you like Demi Lovato to play Mindy's new girlfriend? I would like Demi to be in a Scream movie. That new Snow White movie, I gotta say, was a big old piece of trash and garbage. Yeah, I've been hearing it's terrible. Who would you want to see be cast as Kirby's parents? I don't know. I've never thought about it. Maybe my first thought, like my first random thought that just popped into my head is Dennis Quaid. And that would be cool because he's Jack Quaid's father in real life. So I guess him as her dad. And her mom, hmm, I just had another random thought. Gillian Anderson, I think is her name. I don't know why she popped into my head. Hey, Ghostface Sith. Charlie was cool. I loved Jill and Amber did grow on me. I noticed I enjoyed Scream 5 more with time. Stu lives. He does live. Yeah, I definitely prefer Scream 5 over Scream 6. Um, hey, Jacob. I would love Stu to come back, but it's possible Leslie can be the killer and pretending to be Sydney's neighbor after being released from mental hospital. I agree. I do think um, Anna Camp, who is playing Sydney's neighbor, um, could be Leslie Macher pretending to be someone else. But I think Stu's alive, and Leslie is like working with him, has been keeping him in hiding for all these years. Do you think Smile has the potential with the last two being box office successes and good quality? Only issue is if the concepts get too repetitive. I definitely think it has potential. People seem to really love those movies. I enjoyed them for sure. Um, and I think they're making a third one. So we shall see. How do you think Sydney will kill Stu for good? Maybe use a bigger TV. Um, I think it's gonna be something where there won't be any debate going forward if he's still alive. It's gonna be like Michael Myers in Halloween Ends. They're gonna grind him up or like chop off his head. Something like that, where there's not gonna be any theories going forward. Bye, layoffs and liquidations. Thank you for hanging out and thank you for your super chat. Get some sleep for work. Stu returning is a massive draw that they would want when advertising the film. That's true. I mean, the fact that they announced it already, why not use it for the marketing? Um, I'm so excited to get the first teaser. I cannot wait. Could the video that Matthew Lillard posted on his Instagram with the my mom and dad be Stu writing that down? Because the whole video looks like it has a dark theme. I did a video on this trying to decipher his Instagram post. Definitely go check it out. I think it's pretty interesting. It's called Deciphering Matthew Lillard's Scream 7 post or something like that. Hey, Nike. I heard the movie might come out early. Is that just rumors? It is just rumors. I don't think it's going to happen. I think it's going to stay where it is. Yuno's ranking of all the ghost faces: Stu, Billy, Charlie, Jill, Amber, Richie, Roman, Mickey, Mrs. Loomis, Quinn, Bailey, Ethan. That is a pretty solid ranking in my opinion. Mine is probably not too different from that. I definitely have like your top four is definitely like the same as mine. I might swap Jill and Charlie, but those are my top four as well. Um, I don't know if maybe I like Mrs. Loomis. I probably like Mrs. Loomis more than Amber and Richie, but solid ranking. Meg Ryan for the mom. That's funny. So just Jack Quaid's parents, real life parents as Kirby's parents, that would be funny. Kirby's parents should be Jamie Lee Curtis and Robert Englund. That would be funny. Hey Jess, thank you for stopping by. Unfortunately, we are going to wrap up in a couple minutes. But I do these pretty frequently, so hopefully you catch the next one. Make sure all your notifications are turned on so you don't miss it. Are you going to see Death of a Unicorn? Maybe. I haven't given it much thought, but maybe I will. Like you said, I doubt they would move up Scream 7 to October. I would love it, but it just won't happen. Yeah, I don't think it will. As much as I want to see it sooner, I think it needs to be on the 30-year anniversary. I would be sad if Stu died in Scream 7. I think he's got to die. Like, if he's coming back alive, he's going to have to die eventually. I hope he carries over into Scream 8. What if Scream gets supernatural one day? I would not like that. I don't think it's going to happen. Oh my god, Yellow Jackets has been so crazy. Have you been watching my breakdowns and theories and stuff? Some crazy shit. We got 3 more episodes. This Friday is the 8th, and then we have the 9th and the 10th episodes. I can't wait. Since we know they're going to be using a ton of nods and Easter eggs from existing movies, what scenes from other older movies could they use for the new scenes in Scream? I don't know. I gotta give that some more thought. I would love a Robert Englund cameo in a Scream film, potentially like the reference of the janitor in Scream 96. But it's actually Robert Englund playing Freddy. That would be funny. I would like that. Thank you, Jess. I appreciate you watching my Yellow Jackets videos. I've been having so much fun making the Yellow Jackets videos, so I'm upset that we only have like 3 weeks left, but I'm really enjoying it. I think 7 ending will have Stu revealed as being alive, but he'll be the killer in Scream 8. I hope so. I want as much time with Stu as possible. Scream 6 went supernatural when Ghostface went from Delta Force member to Quinn. That is so funny. Yeah. You guys know I don't think that was Quinn. I think it was Stu. And on that note, we are going to wrap up the stream. We've been going for just over an hour, which is amazing. Always a blast hanging out with you guys and talking Scream with all of you. Thank you so much for all of your super chats, your comments, your questions. I don't think I'm going to stream tomorrow, but possibly Thursday. And then there won't be a stream on Friday because Friday is Yellow Jackets Day. That, I watch the episode when I wake up, and then I spend all day working on my Yellow Jackets videos. So possibly another stream on Thursday. Hopefully you guys can make it. Make sure your notifications are turned on. Thank you, Yuno. Yes, if anyone is new here, subscribe to the channel, please. I almost at 16K. Give this stream a like. I appreciate you guys. I hope you guys have a great rest of your evening. And I will talk to you guys soon.